Welcome back to Noun O'Clock Live at the Noun Square. I'm Robot Fish Girl. We're watching the end of the auction for Noun 1349. This island we got yesterday. If you want to check out the end of the auction with us, you can go to nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf. That's nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf. While you're at it, you can check out Nomo Now number 13. This beautiful vending machine we got yesterday for just 0.00069 ETH. $2.74 USD. 100% of the proceeds go to the Yellow Collective Treasury, which goes to funding artists on chain, the Nouniverse, and beyond. Speaking of the Yellow Collective, yellowcollective.xyz is the place to be if you want to check that out. There is a folder on auction right now, Collective Now number 425. It is gorgeous, and that's on auction for the next 4 minutes. It's currently sitting at only 0.014 ETH. So if you want to bid on that, yellowcollective.xyz is the place to be. But before we get to that, there's only 30 seconds left on this Nouns auction, or there's about to be. So, with that in mind, 2.35 is the top bid of the morning moment coming in from 0x63CD. We'll see if we're going to get an outbid. Usually Nouns have been going for about 2.7, but it's getting to be too late for another bid to land, so I don't think we're going to see one. But we will find out. Alright, it is now too late. So, nounoclock.live, nomo.wtf. We're going to play a little game. It is time for Janky FOMO. And if you've been here before, you know the drill, but just in case you haven't, give a noun a thumbs up if you like it, a thumbs down if you don't. If we get enough thumbs ups on a noun in the first 2 seconds or so, that's going to be the noun that's on auction for the next 24 hours. And it is a Nounder Noun Day. So we're actually picking 2 nouns, which is significant. Hopefully, anyway. I would really like to be able to open the settle window. That would be really cool. Oh, there we go. Oh my god, a greasy island. Okay, I kind of love that.
No, we've just had like 5 islands.
I know, I'm not gonna settle it. I'm just saying it's pretty fantastic with the burger. I know we just had a bunch of islands in a row. I'm not gonna get it. That combo was pretty fantastic, though. Oh, I like that Game Boy. The double noggles. Not a bad orangutan either. But anyway, how's your day been? I was exhausted after yesterday, and now I'm full of energy, and I don't know why.
It was okay. Didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, I woke up at like 3 p.m. I had a bunch of work I wanted to get done today, and I managed to do precisely none of it. But sometimes you need to just take a day to rest. Oh, I kind of like that. The laughing plug. That sounds like a weed-themed comedy shop. Or comedy venue. Stand-up venue. I know words. No, not a fan of those. We're not aiming for anything specific. We are just looking for a good-looking noun. If we can get one. Oh, I like that plane too. Once again, if you are joining us on the space and you want to follow along with what we are seeing, you can either open up the show on YouTube or Twitter, or preferably, you can go to nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf and click the little button, the little sandwich icon, the button that says Show Noun 1350 to see both of them, or do what I've done on the stream and just open up fomonouns.wtf. The UI is better for displaying. Yeah. Not a fan of that macaroni.
I kind of like the box.
I do kind of like the box, yeah. Feels like it's full of packing peanuts, like the popcorn.
Mhm.
That's an
That
aesthetic looking chain.
yeah.
And I'm not a
It's nice
fan of the chain
colors.
head. That's a good looking one though. Those colors. This
The well goes together nice too.
the whale is
It's
so
got the
good.
anchor, and you send them down to Davy Jones' locker.
Yeah. Oh man. The copy frog. Both of these. I mean, obviously I'm a fan of the pride accessory, but both of those are pretty good. That looks like the kind of frog that I would have minted when Toady was looking for a frog. That he would have told me was bad.
It's just a copy of the other one that you did.
Yeah, that's true. He said that one was bad too. I'm still annoyed at that. For anybody who doesn't remember this, Toady, this was when back when nouns were going for like 40 ETH a pop. Toady had won in what I know it wasn't rigged, but I'm gonna keep saying it's rigged just because I'm annoyed. Um,
Like, it's totally verifiably random
it's
thing that was built.
verifiably random, and I think the universe rigged it. um, there was this project called Forgeries. Gami did it from NARS. That was actually really cool. It bought a noun at auction. 40 no
401.
401 was it?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I thought I for some reason my brain said that it was
Whatever
wrong.
the boom boxes.
Yeah, it was a boombox, and uh, essentially did this whole thing where minted a whole bunch of copies of it, and none of them were real. Um, and there would be at the end of like once those had minted out, the idea was that there would be a drawing where one of those would be chosen to be the real noun. It was mimicking something that a few real life artists have done, where I really like that
It's
shard.
called it's called Mischief.
Mischief? Okay.
Is the company, and they did with Picasso and with a Warhol, I believe.
I knew about the Warhol. I wasn't sure about the other one, but yeah, basically they buy these art pieces and then they sell like 100 or 1,000 forgeries of them, but one of them isn't a forgery. One of them is the real thing, but you don't like there's no way of telling which is the real one. Um and that's sort of what happened here is there was a whole bunch of these that were being minted, and then once the maximum number of mints, one of them would be revealed to be the real thing. And we hosted the show here on the Noun Square with Toady behind the clock account, where I'm speaking to you from now, hosting the show. And we all figured out, we all pulled up the website, and we're working through our forgeries. And Toady was like, "Holy shit, I just won!"
He was quiet for way too long,
He was
as we're
quiet for
all
way
like,
too
"Oh
long,
damn, I
and
didn't get it. I didn't get it."
yeah. And then I was like, "Toady, don't say it." And he was like, "I think I got it." um, and we were our everybody's immediate thought was, "Oh shit, everybody's gonna say this was rigged," even though it verifiably wasn't. Just because he was hosting the fucking reveal show. But his dream noun was a frog, so he planned to sell the boombox. Oh, I really like that moon. And he planned, if that moon was an auction noun, I might have settled right there. But he planned to he sold the noun he was looking for a frog to get instead of that noun. And so I started minting frogs on FOMO. Like I was like, we're looking for a frog for Toady. Let's vote up, the good-looking frogs. And everyone we minted, Toady was like, "This is hideous. What are you thinking?" I was like, "Well, then
We
you
must
come
have
to the
gotten.
show at 4 o'clock in the morning." And
It must have been like 4 or 5 at least. That he was like, no, and then you know
and
how long
then
it takes to even
eventually
get
gave
one.
up and got a nounder noun that existed before the forgeries drawing. It's like, you dick. So if you look back, you can see around like the 800 900 mark of nouns, there's a weird concentration of frogs, and that is entirely my fault. But yeah, that was a long backstory for. We should really, maybe that's what we should do on New Year's. Maybe I should put this together, just a retrospective of all of the stories that we've done. I think that could be fun. That's a good banana.
It's Ben and Prof.
Somehow I don't think Prof would have a Space Invaders emblem chain.
I don't know. I wouldn't put that past her. Invader does pixel art.
Yeah, you know, that is fair. That is very, very fair.
If Invader ever put out a flamingo necklace, I'm sure Prof would buy it.
Probably. I do have I want Pixel to make more Nouns jewelry. I really loved what they made. I still wear like I have the little heart pixelated heart necklace Pixel made, and I still wear that like pretty much every time I leave my house. It's like I have that and a estrogen chemical symbol, and it's basically one of those two that I wear every time I go outside. Which admittedly isn't often, but the point stands. Oh, I like that sunrise too. The information plane looks
The
kind of like it's dropping a
propaganda,
bomb. I'm
dropping
not.
propaganda.
Yeah. Looking at that plane
I
made
don't
me want to
think I
start
have
singing
one of
Bella
those
Ciao. I don't know.
necklaces. I got. Didn't they do? Did they do like the sneaker charms?
Pixel, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah. They did the sneaker charms.
yeah, okay, yeah, I have those. And then there were pins, maybe. I don't remember. There was something else that I got that Prof gave me.
Yeah, I got. There were sneaker charms. There was like pins, and some other stuff. They also made shirts that had like, they were the Nouns accessory shirts. I wanted one with the robot accessory. They never made one, but they just their existing stock never got popular enough to justify it. But I was like, oh man.
Yeah, that queen's pretty good.
The queen's crown with the yellow noggles and the pride. Come on. Oh man, I want you to be very proud of the restraint that I just showed.
It was a noun or noun. It doesn't count.
I don't
It
care.
counts, but it.
The Nounders deserve good nouns too. Yes, we prioritize auction nouns looking good for the sake of the treasury, but I believe that
Bubblegum
Nounders
with me.
deserve good looking nouns.
It's been a lot of showers today.
Yeah. Where the fuck are you, Boney? This is a convenient time. I think. What time is it in Melbourne?
I don't know.
My brain doesn't work. Don't say it. Oh, yeah, it's 7 p.m. But, oh man. Am I the only one who really, really, really likes the speech bubble head?
I think Meshup likes it too, didn't he?
Yeah, 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 you're right.
There's a proposal, I remember. Did it not? Did that prop not pass? Because he didn't get
Why are
it?
you asking me?
Well, because you know everything.
You know what? I want to argue with you. But which mashup prop? Because he's done a few.
There was one that I think was requesting a speech bubble, or maybe it's he's saying he's gonna come back for the speech bubble after the graphic novel is done. I don't remember. Once you said it, I remember him talking about it because he likes it from from a comic book perspective.
Hmm. I don't think he ever submitted a prop that had Jupiter. I don't think he ever submitted a prop that asked for uh, a noun, but Oh, the Pie King is pretty good too. Are you... Wait, okay. Are you talking about the,
Prop 421. Give
Okay,
nouns to
yeah, that was
three nounish
by
pioneers.
Prof. That wasn't by Meshup.
Well, Meshup is getting it.
Meshup was one of the
It was,
beneficiaries. It was Noun 81.
yeah, and it was a speech bubble.
Yeah, it was. Okay, if you had said Prop, that would have been different. I didn't have that filed under Meshup in my brain. It was filed under Prof. It's important to be accurate with these things.
Bony Meshup inside noun.
Yeah. I don't quote me on this. I think Boney's was 326 or 27, and then side noun was like 800 something, like 812.
Boney's asking for a skull, and side noun wanted the Black Raven.
Oh, the Black Raven, 826. Okay, I was close. Why am I like this? You know what Nouns has done because of hosting this show as long as I have? Nouns has replaced the part of my brain that used to memorize Pokemon by their number.
Yep.
And it's easy because I just add one more every day, like, and I'm here watching most of them be born ever since, 314. Whatever. Actually, I was watching most of them be born since the 200s. So it's not hard for me to keep track of, like, the number matches up with the image most of the time. And that's why I wasn't 100%.
People like play around with making games and stuff. How come no one has made like a Pokemon style game where like the nouns, you gotta catch the nouns and like fight them and stuff?
Because the way that Pokemon works, it would be very, very difficult. Because you would have to figure out typings for the nouns. So you could do it, actually, you would be able to do it if you had a limited context, or what you could do is actually what the Nouns roguelike team is doing, which is assigning traits to the traits. So assigning stats to different heads and stuff.
Yeah, that's what would make sense. Like,
yeah.
For example, the island would be a water Pokemon,
Looks like somebody minted it. That is A-okay. I liked that lipstick. We got 1351. That was not me, but I did not dislike that noun. And now it's time for Nomo Nouns. So if you're not there already, nounoclock.live, NOMO.WTF, you're going to see all of these nouns arrayed before you. You're going to pick your favorite from among them.
Choose your character.
Spam click with all your might every 10 seconds. Half of them are eliminated until we're left with just one. That's going to be the Nomo Noun of the day. Make sure you've signed in with your wallet or your clicks will not be counted. That's very important. Sign in with your wallet or your clicks will not be counted. Nounoclock.live or Nomo.WTF. Got a couple good ones here. I still like the Greasy Island. I like the Pride handbag. There's a really good heart. Oh, the heart's on a red background. It's so good. Pick your favorite because we're playing the feud in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Start from the bottom. Work your way up because that is how they are eliminated. I'm saving the propaganda plane because I can. Oof. These big rounds, I always forget how rough it is to see so many of them fall. I'm saving the gay thoughts now, and I can't help it. It's who I am as a person. Okay. We've got the propaganda plane. We've got a murderous gnome. We've got a fantastic blendy heart, a trash can, and a CRT. propaganda plane and the trash have been eliminated. Murder gnome and heart. No, save the heart.
Final round. Murder Gnome versus CRT. Who will win? Who will lose? 3, 2, 1, fight! Bloody Gnome wins. Brutality.
We got a murderous gnome for today's Nomo Noun. If you have not checked it out yet, Nomo Noun number 1351 for just 0.00069 ETH. That is $2.73 USD, just $2.73 USD. 100% of the proceeds go to the Yellow Collective Treasury, which goes to funding artists on chain, the Nouniverse, and beyond. Speaking of, congratulations to 0x293C on taking home collective noun number 425. Part of me wanted to bid on this, and then I didn't do it, and I kind of regret it, but I've got enough collective nouns. I'm okay with it. So we're gonna go ahead and settle that auction and see what we get for collective noun number 426. And it looks like we are getting a Yellow Square. Maybe if I hit the drum roll again. Oh my god, another nounish superhero. It's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's an optimistic noun on a based background. If you want to pick up collective noun number 426, it's on auction for the next 23 hours and 59 minutes. 100% of the proceeds go to funding artists on chain and the Nouniverse and beyond. And we do mean that. All of that proceeds in the Yellow Collective Treasury does go directly to artists or to supporting artists' causes and tools. You should go check out. We've also got a rounds going on right now over on rounds.wtf. We'll talk about that in just a little while. That has been our shenanigans for the day. I didn't actually see what we got for the Nounder Noun. I saw this lipstick, which is sick as fuck. I love that. Oh, and a pretty good calendar. Noun 1350 is a calendar with a purple shirt and that racing stripes accessory on a cold background with what noggles are those? Red? Orange? Something. And the same color noggles on the lipstick. Fantastic. All right, well, that's all of our shenanigans for the day. We usually try to keep these shows a little light, but, well, with that in mind, rather, might as well jump straight into proposals, unless there's anything that happened today that I missed, which I wouldn't put it past me. I did miss this base wrapped thing. Brett, what is this? What am I looking at?
It's essentially like the Spotify rap thing.
Oh,
Someone
but for
made
based.
it like, yeah, but for base transaction, it tells you like, oh, let me know how much degen I sold far too early and how many different collections I've bought from and how many things I've minted myself and
Oh, okay,
all
so
that
it's
kind of
just a
stuff.
way to give yourself psychic damage. That's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like that tool to see how much gas you've spent and just cry.
yeah, exactly.
Cool.
I
Love
mean, there's
that.
good stuff on there, and then like it got to some of them, and I was like, I don't want to see that.
Well, mine is analyzing right now, so I'm sure I'm going to regret that. Almost certainly. What else is new? What else has been going on? I see you posted something earlier today that I completely missed.
What? Um, what did I post today? Oh, it's just a drawing.
Man,
The
the last
drawing
time you
of
posted, you drew a pirate. I was on the receiving end of it, so I'm concerned about
this
who.
one. This was unintentional. Like so in Sloppy's Discord, he has an AI pirate captain named Captain Glubber, who is the captain of the Sloppy Roger. There's like this whole lore behind the fishballers. And the captain is like in the Discord and he talks to people and he's got like keywords and you can ask him questions and
We
stuff.
got one of those in Nouns Esports, yeah.
And so I just asked him, I told him I wanted to draw one of his crewmates and asked for a in-depth description, and it gave me, a description of
And it
Sloppy.
sure
It's like,
did
oh,
give
you
you
must be
one.
speaking of me, loyal first mate Sloppy Pencil, and he goes into this whole character description of it. So yeah, I drew it to the best of my abilities.
The best of your abilities is pretty damn good, I gotta say. And again, this is somebody who's been on the receiving end of some of your pirate art. Are you aware that when I'm commissioning art, that is one of the references I send people?
Oh, gross.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you gave it to me. Oh man, it's magical. It's horrifying. I love it. It is not the only reference, mind you. I usually use it as an example of like, if you need to take artistic liberty, look at what my friend made. I love that you use the like crayon brush or whatever, so it has that texturing to it.
Yeah, I like it. It's just like a pencil kind of texture. Yeah, it looks almost like a crayon.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It's so
I
much
like it
fun.
versus super smooth lines. Just a little. For me, it's like almost a nostalgia kind of look to it. Like it's makes it look. I don't want to say childish, but almost childish. Like I said, it looks like a crayon.
It's not childish, it's childlike.
It's also sometimes childish.
Well, when you're doing it, yeah, but that's the art reflecting the artist. That's not that's not the. Oh man. Apparently, I've minted 195 NFTs on base.
I don't even remember my stats off the top of my head.
I'm
Looking on
just
that up.
looking at mine right now. Interacted 139 times with the yellow auction. Incredible. Nah, well, we can go back to that in a bit. For now, back to the Nouns channel, which is what I was looking in before. It looks like we got... Oh, I'm so excited! Looks like we got a little update from the Variety Kids Christmas party. I saw this earlier and deliberately did not click on it so I could see it on stream. It's so cute! Look at all of these happy faces. Why is that girl blue? Okay, she's not the only one. There are multiple blue people at this party. There's a story behind that, and I'm missing the context. But anyway, for anybody who doesn't know about this, this was a proposal 670 something. My brain's not working. That funded this incredible Christmas party. This is the second time Nouns has funded it. It is up there with my favorite things that Nouns has ever funded. It is this massive Christmas party in Australia, specifically for underprivileged kids, whether that's because they have medical issues or they're just their families are impoverished or for whatever reason. That is who this is for. So these are kids that normally would not be able to have major Christmas celebrations, and this has everything that they need to have those celebrations. Now I see Ben on top of his own car. Of all of the people of all the superheroes to get to go to one of these parties, I understand the Green Lantern. I understand Supergirl. Why the Red Hood? That
Wait,
seems I'm scrolling through this photo album that Georgie posted 3 hours ago. This whole thing on Google. And there, if you scroll down far enough, or if you just look at the stream on YouTube or Twitter, there are 3 DC superheroes plus Wario. And the superheroes chosen were Green Lantern, okay, Supergirl, okay,
I like the fit. I like the fish.
and
Did
the
you see
Red
the fish?
Hood. Yeah, I saw. Oh, I'm seeing me in the background of this picture right now as you're saying that. But yeah, I think I saw the giant, like, not even anthropomorphic fish. It's just a fish suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There it is. I have questions. Chief among them, why?
There's me.
Uh, but yeah, I love this. Looking on all the nouns in the window. Oh my god, it's so good! Everybody should go over to Warpcast. Go check out Georgie's page. This is right at the top. Bunch of stormtroopers of varying types. 1 TIE fighter pilot and Darth Vader. Why is there a clone trooper? Those weren't in the... Okay, I'm not going to be a nerd any more than usual. Yeah. The little pixelated pigeon. I love it. Quack and Lola. Bunch of things from us. Noun Square had a strong showing. Nouns.camp was there. Yellow Collective right next to Quack and Lola. You can tell Ben had a hand in this.
Showing the Nouns movie on a giant TV.
Yeah. Bunch of nouns on blocks and stuff. Oh yeah, I see you on one of the blocks.
Mm-hmm.
The teacups thing.
You had bumper cars there inside. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh man, this look. I'm jealous of these kids. I want to go to a party like this. This is so sick. Boney accepting an award on behalf of Nouns. 87 Bones rather. So many bones. Yeah, the Nouns. I just got to the Nouns movie viewing area. The giant noggles with the socks. Some kind of stage show. One of the weirder Nouns costumes I've seen.
Did you see Princess Fiona in her ogre form in one of these pictures?
Excuse me? No.
It's ogre Princess Fiona.
Whereabouts am I looking?
It's about halfway up. It's on the right side. There's a picture of Ben and 87 Bones talking to each other in the teacups, and it's like right above that.
Okay, so I scrolled back up a little bit. See.
There's like right where it's above where 87 Bones is getting the award. Scroll up a little bit. It's on the right side.
Above where 87 Bones is getting the award. Well, depending what side it would be is going to depend on your aspect ratio.
Oh, I don't know. Sure, yeah.
Because it just fills in. Is it before or after Bones and Ben Body talking?
It's right before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures before.
Oh my god! Okay. We've got... Okay, listen. I understand why any child would want to see any of these characters in live action. I understand it. I get it. I get why they would be at parties. The thing that I don't understand is that they're kind of showing up out of context. And what I mean by that is like, okay, years ago, pre-transition, I used to do parties as Disney characters. And the Disney characters that I did were Flynn Rider from Tangled. I did Hans and Kristoff both from Frozen. And I did Aladdin, okay? I was just a weirdly dark Hans and Kristoff. But this was Hawaii, so nobody noticed. Anyway, the thing about those is that at any given one of those parties, I was never there without the corresponding princess. Because why would I be? Nobody's there for me. I'm just there to sing the harmony on the duet. So that's what I don't get about some of these. It's like, I get why you would be there. But I feel like people would want to see Shrek and Fiona. Am I weird? I guess kids don't really care. Unless they're very autistic in my very specific way. There's, I mean, the party was made for people like me. Maybe they did have a problem with it. Who knows? Anyway, it's fun either way. That is fantastic. Those are really well done costume too. Usually you can kind of see where they've painted it on, but that green was really well done. Oh, there's the Queen of Hearts, Alice. People from space for some reason.
They're called astronauts.
Thank you, Brett. I completely forgot what the word was. I'm really glad that
Those
you
people from
exposed me.
space. Technically, those people are from Earth and they go to space.
How do you know I was talking about that? Oh, here's a giant group picture of a whole bunch of... Oh my god. Okay, Anna and Elsa are there. That makes sense. Belle, Blue Fairy, Dead Hood. Why are you there? Green Lantern, girl from Encanto whose name is escaping me, and Oreo. Oof. This is so fun. All the face painting. Ah! With Lola, too. Oh, this is so good. So much of this is so good. You see Ben and Peter right above you on one of the block piles. Fantastic. All right, well, I've scrolled through these for plenty long enough. If you want to go check these out, please go check out Georgie's page over on Warpcast. She has posted so much media about this whole activation. I mean, so much, and it's so good. It's all so utterly fantastic. Some of these pictures are not in that collection, by the way. So go check that out. It's really, really good. There is also a prop date live for the Nouns FE team over on updates.wtf. So I'm not going to go through all of that today because we've got a limited amount of time and we've already been here for 40 minutes. But definitely go and check those out as well if you are at all curious. More stuff from Precious Noggles. Ta-da-dun, doing stuff. Oh, and yeah, okay, we might as well head over to proposals at this point. Oh my god! The Nouns musical came Akira sliding through the finish line and ended up at 146 to 47. Wound up blowing the requirement out of the water. When the last I looked at it, before, like when it was, hadn't been done yet, it still needed one more vote, and it blew, like I said, it blew that out of the water. Nogs voted for. It was very heavily against for a while there, so I'm glad more people, more heavy hitters got that in. I added in my measly 1 million something Nogs to that pool, but good lord. Nouns Deli came in for, so it has been successfully funded. It is queued. We're gonna get an Nouns musical. I am so unreasonably excited for this, and not just because I'm probably gonna end up choreographing part of it. It's gonna be so much fun. This team is so good, and talking to them on this show, we've got a recording of it somewhere. You can scroll back a couple weeks ago, right before they submitted the first iteration of this prop. And it is fantastic, and I really, 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 really am excited, and this team is great, and they've got some samples in there as well, so if you haven't checked out that proposal, please, please, please do so. It's so hype. It's promising to be, sort of vaguely Avenue Q. Which, I mean, it's appropriate for Nounish humor. And we've got 3 proposals that have now since started. Noun's Auction House V3 upgrade. This is the first of probably a couple of props, but this is specifically to upgrade to the escrowed streams. The escrowed screams. Noun's DAO, brought to you in part by Monsters Inc. No, the escrowed streams for the auction. Essentially, if you don't know what this means, at the moment, somebody wins the Noun's auction. The auction gets settled. 100% of that winning bid goes directly to the treasury. The noun goes to the winner, and then the next noun is minted. That's what we pay for when we settle each one of these auctions. That's what the gas is. Now, or with if this prop passes, this is part of the Duna, setup after the fact. What this is going to do is change the minority protection, essentially.
It's more of, it's not like required in the Duna. It's like
it's suggested, yeah.
Well, it's a minority protection that's approved by the Duna.
Yeah.
So we don't need it.
Yeah. But basically, and like Brett said, it's minority protection, and the way that it works is instead of 100% of the winning bid going directly to the treasury, it goes into an escrow contract. 20% goes to the treasury, and the remainder gets streamed gradually into the treasury over the span of like 2.5 years-ish, a little less than that. And if at any time somebody wants to pull out, they can essentially burn their noun and take everything out of that escrow contract. So the longer they wait, the less they have to withdraw, but they can still get,
Does it burn the noun, or does it send it back to the treasury?
I don't fucking know. One of the two.
Well, those are 2 very different things.
Hopefully it sends it back to the treasury. I don't actually know.
Those are 2 very different things.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Noun returns to the DAO treasury.
Balance cancels after, yeah. Okay. So that's how that works. The piggy bank prop is also back up. So this is unchanged from the previous submission of it. Essentially, all of the votes couldn't get in last time, so they're hoping that they do this time. And Noggles Board V2 is up. This is that prop that is both skateboards and surfboards. So that literally started as we were doing this show. That was not up when we started, so that just kicked in now.
It already got 2 no votes.
Yeah, somebody was voting, I think, while this show was going. I think they voted on all of them. Yeah. Otherwise, we've got NNS Labs coming up tomorrow. It's editable for another 3 hours, which means it's got 15 hours before it goes live. So that will be live by the time we start the show tomorrow. As will the one Noun to Nouns Amigos. That's going to be live by the time we start the show tomorrow, too. That's going to be live for 2 hours at the start of the show tomorrow. Ish. A little under that. So, yeah. Everything will soon be live. We're going to have a whole lot more to talk about imminently. For now, though, I think the only thing we haven't covered is, that's not what I meant to do, is rounds. So rounds.wtf. We've got the Nouns Animators thing ends in 4 days, in 11 hours. Our Yellow Collective art contest ends in 4 hours. So if you were thinking of getting one in for that, maybe hurry. Base builds by rounds.wtf also ends in 2 days. Those are the big ones. Oh, and play nouns for that 0.25 ETH prize. So check out all of those as well as all the others, but those are the 4 highest rewards that are up right now. I'm so excited to see all of the different Nouns animators. I think usually in the last couple days is when we see the big influx, right? So.
And I think artists are doing themselves a disservice waiting until the last minute.
They don't let people vote on it.
Especially with rounds. Like, I saw Squallow, for example, submitted to our round a couple hours ago, and they're going to be upset because they're not going to get much in return because we're all sleeping when they post it and it's the last day, like within hours of it being done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like the time of it is very important. And like you said, a lot of people submit it at the end, and most of us have a bad habit of waiting until the last minute to do anything anyway.
Are you saying that people who hang out online in something like this for all the time have ADHD and like to procrastinate? I'm shocked, I tell you. Well, not that shocked. Yeah.
But also, I think submitting too early is not helpful either.
There's
Like
an
it is,
important
but
balance to strike. I would say about the halfway point should be the real deadline, because that gives you
yeah,
enough
and
time to realistically work on it, but also enough time for everybody to actually see what's going on.
yeah, and because it is, you know, like based, you want to make sure, you know, most of the people are stateside, I would say, and so try to play off of that time.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Well, with that little bit of alpha, I think we're about done. Is there anything I've missed?
I don't think so.
All right. In that
Steve
case,
Aoki's posting about NFTs, so we're all going to zero.
oh yeah, sell now. Top signal if ever I've seen it.
Yep.
Oh, what should I play for? Fuck it, you're getting late night jazz again. Thanks everybody for coming to Noun O'Clock Live at the Noun Square. I've been Robot Fish Girl. We're going to be back here once again tomorrow, starting at about 3:15 a.m. EST. We're slowly inching forward. 3:15 a.m. EST. We will be here. Same bat time, same bat channel. Oh shit, it's my dad's birthday today. I should call him. I just noticed the date. So until then, we're going to be on Warpcast. We're going to be on Twitter. Don't forget to check out Nomo Now number 1351. This murderous gnome we got today for just 0.00069 ETH. That's 273 USD. 100% of the proceeds goes to the Yellow Collective Treasury. Speaking of, we've got this super optimistic noun. Literally, you just go clockwise through the thing. Anyway, noun 426, collective noun number 426, I should specify. It's on auction for the next 23 hours and 33 minutes. If you want to bid on that, yellowcollective.xyz is the place to be. Otherwise, that's all she wrote. Go check out all of the rounds, like your favorite posts, go vote on Noun's proposals, or at least read them, because they're all going to be there, and you don't want to do voter fatigue, so, you know, pace yourself. Until then, we will see you next time. Thanks for coming. This track makes me feel like I should be right up in the microphone, talking to you like it's a late night jazz radio show.